Hi, I'm Lasse and I'm here to explain the Wall Street crash of 1929. The Wall Street crash of 1929, or Black Tuesday as some maybe remember it as, had many names such as the Great Crash or the stock market crash of 1929. It all began on October the 24th, 1929 and lasted a decade almost. It was the most devastating time for the United States of America, and it was so devastating for them that it started a 10-year Great Depression that affected all Western industrialized countries. It all began in the Roaring Twenties. The Roaring Twenties is a term for Western society and culture in the 1920s that was followed by the First World War and led to the crash. In the time before the crash was a time of wealth and excess. People moved or migrated even from the countryside to the cities with hopes of finding a more prosperous life there. The time before the crash was a great time for the ever-growing expansion of America's industrialization. While the American overproduction of food kept running, it created a widespread financial despair among American farmers throughout the decade. That exact thing was later blamed to be one of the bigger reasons why the Wall Street crash happened. Despite all the speculations, many believe that the stock market crash will continue to rise forever. But on March the 25th, 1929, a mini crash occurred because some investors started to sell stocks at a rapid pace. Exposing the market's shaky foundation. 2 days later, a banker named Charles E. Mitchell announced that he would provide a lot of money in credit to stop the mini crash for a short while. Mitchell's money stopped the crash for a short while, but only a short while. However, the American economy enormous signs of trouble. Everything went wrong. All steel production declined, construction was sluggish, automobile sales went down, and consumers were building up high debts. On October 29, 1929, the crash hit Wall Street as some investors traded 16 million shares on the New York stock market. Huge amount of money was lost that day and whipped out a ton of investors. The stock market crash of 1929 was due to a market that was overbought and overvalued. As previously mentioned, the crash began on October 24th, 1929. On that day, the crash opened 11% lower, and then the next Monday, or Black Monday, the market finished crash opened it's finished down at 30%, with the losses exacerbated by margin calls. The next day, bits completely vanished and the market fell another 12%. From there, the market went down until it hit the bottom. Prior to the crash was that it peaked on September the 3rd, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average at 381.17. The ultimate bottom was made on July the 8th, 1932, at silly 41.22. This meant a loss of 89%, which also meant that there was a huge loss of money. The Great Depression, the decade after the crash, was a full reversal of the 20s. That was a time of wealth and optimism. Everyone was scared of.
Done.
Done.